When you've lived by the harbor long enough, the foghorns become just another layer of the night, like the salt in the air or the steady lapping of water against the pilings. But tonight, the sound felt wrong, off somehow. I was standing at my usual spot on the rocks, lost in thought, when the horns began to blare in a pattern that felt almost intentional. I told myself it was just the wind playing tricks, but as I listened, my heart started pounding for reasons I couldn't explain. That's when I realized, the horns were spelling out something in Morse code. At first, I brushed it off as paranoia. But then, clear as day, I heard the distinct breaks and pauses, the rhythm I'd learned from my grandfather, who'd been a radio man in the Navy. I counted the dots and dashes, and my stomach twisted as the letters formed my name. The horns paused, and then the next message came: "It's time to come home." The cold night air suddenly felt suffocating, thick with something unseen pressing in around me. I glanced around, but the pier was deserted, save for one dim light at the far end, flickering in the mist. My phone buzzed in my pocket, startling me. I fumbled it out, only to see a message from an unknown number. "Are you listening?" I tried to call back, but all I heard on the other end was a distant, echoing horn. The sound grew louder, closer, until it felt like it was coming from inside my own head. The wind picked up, carrying with it the briny scent of decay, and I realized I wasn't alone anymore. Shadows unfurled from the mist, long and thin, moving in sync with the mournful call of the horns. I turned to run, but my legs wouldn't move. The shadows closed in, whispering in Morse, their voices merging with the horns. "You belong to the sea." My last thoughts before the darkness swallowed me were of the stories my grandfather used to tell, about sailors who heard their names called from the fog and were never seen again. Now I know those stories weren't just warnings. They were invitations. And tonight, the sea finally called me home.